everyone, John12 back here again with another video, and yes, it's time for some more UFC type stuff. Last time I made a UFC video, my first ever one, talking about UFC 175, seeing as how it's coming up. Today I'm recording this on the 30th of June, and it's coming out this Saturday on the 5th, so it's definitely going to be a very interesting event, because we have two really big, interesting battles to be held. You know, first is, of course, the big main event, which is Weidman versus Machida. And of course, the next one is, of course, Rousey versus Davis. And I already talked about Rousey versus Davis, and I've gotten people's thoughts on it. You know, like, some people argue the fact that Rousey's too cocky and she deserves kind of to lose, you know, because then it would teach her to stop being such a, I guess, a cocky type of person. I guess that kind of makes sense, but at the same time, Davis, she is a good fucking fighter. She's fucking a good threat. I stated this before, and plus her jiu-jitsu is just amazing, and she's been tackling with wrestling and stuff, so she's obviously a major threat to Rousey. But Rousey's fucking undefeated, you know. She's just a badass. But then again, that doesn't really mean anything that much, because of course Weidman, who's of course which is, this parallels to the next argument, which is Weidman versus Machida. No one thought that Weidman would beat Silva. You know, Anderson Silva was God. You know, he would fucking kick ass. But he got too cocky too, and then he got fucked over by Weidman, who's of course the current champ. So obviously, I don't really know. That's all for you guys to debate. I doubt Rousey would lose, but it's definitely going to be an interesting fight nonetheless. But that's not the important thing to talk about today. The big thing to talk about right now is, of course, Weidman versus Machida, which is the big main event fight. I've been watching a lot of Weidman fights to see like how it's going to turn out, because I don't know why, but I keep thinking Machida's going to win. He just, every time I see him train, every time I see him fight, he just looks like one of those dudes who's just not going to quit. He, like, regardless, even if he is just getting totaled by fucking Weidman's strikes, I don't see Machida just losing that easily. You know, and Weidman stated himself that he's not going to be giving up the title anytime soon. He's going to fucking kill, and he's a good striker. I've seen his stuff. He's fucking awesome. He has great reach. He can pummel the fuck out of your face. But Machida is just a badass. Like, I've seen his amazing work. He's just so fucking tight. So I really don't know. But what do you guys think? Do you think Machida's gonna win? Do you think Weidman's gonna win? Of course, this is for the title. This means a lot. It's very important. It's very important to this type of fight to go down. You know, I mean, like, a lot of people have been speculating. I don't know anybody else's thoughts, so please tell me, who do you think is gonna fucking take home the title? Who's gonna win between Weidman and Machida? I personally think that Weidman is definitely gonna kill, but I don't know. I get the feeling that Machida is just gonna kill him. I just get that feeling. But of course, once again, like I do with my UFC videos, I'm not a fighting commentator. I'm not a professional fighter. I don't know. I'm not a humongous, I guess, professional predictor when it comes to fights, because, you know, it's all good. You know, it's all really interesting to see. You know, I'm not in there to be like, oh, I hope this guy fucking loses, or I hope this guy wins. But for this specific fight, I kind of see, I don't know, for some reason I kind of see Machida winning, but Weidman is so fucking good. He just kills. He's so fucking badass. He just won't give up, so, and he's just a beast, so. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win? Are you going to see this pay-per-view that's coming out this Saturday on the 5th, if I'm not mistaken? What are your overall thoughts on all the fights? And, of course, the big main event, which is, of course, Weidman versus Machida. Who do you think is going to lose? Who do you think is going to take the title? And who's going to just kick ass? Obviously, it's going to be an interesting fight overall, but what do you guys think? Please tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And this has been John12.